trafficking is trading humans to other humans, I guess.
Something about being kidnapped, people being auctioned off, essentially like present-day slavery program.
I actually don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is?
No, I actually don't know what it is. Thank you.
It does happen in America, but I think it's most prevalent in Southeast Asia.
Human trafficking usually occurs in underdeveloped nations, third world countries.
In Europe,
Anywhere else?
China.
It does affect Americans a little. I don't fucking know.
Not as much as it would in Europe.
We don't really hear about sex trafficking a lot in America, but I suppose it could happen here.
The Super Bowl.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever, that's fucking
Super Bowl. Yeah. Okay, so what's
Sex trafficking differs from prostitution in that victims are taken and forced into the industry against their will. The formal definition is a form of modern slavery where people profit from the control and exploitation of others.
The terms America and football have become synonymous over the years. Football encompasses the ideological traits of Americans, including its aggressive nature and the beloved story of the underdog. In fact, football's championship game, the Super Bowl, has basically become a national holiday in the United States. It is celebrated by about every American as the highlight of their year. People drink, tailgate, and root for their team to win. However, these same Americans are ignorant to the horrors that happen outside the stadium when the game is not being played. It is estimated that 200,000 women are forced into the sex trafficking industry annually in the United States, and the largest event where the sex trafficking occurs is the Super Bowl. Clemmy Greeley is a former victim of the sex trafficking industry who has experienced the dark side of the Super Bowl. It was there that her pimp kept her hooked on heroin and handcuffed to a bed, and she was forced to have sex with 25 men a day. There is a mandate to meet the quota or face brutal consequences. The Super Bowl has become a glamorized national event in the United States. It is perceived to be all about the game, and the fact that this event is the largest sex trafficking event of the year goes unnoticed, yet it adds to the $32 billion a year this illicit industry makes.
Not only is human trafficking masked by the Super Bowl, but it is also hidden underneath what looks like elaborate parties and concerts. One particular event that happens annually is the Players' Ball, a gathering of famous pimps glorifying their culture.
Street sweeper, Big money entertainment. They say that
Pimp Juju done it again for the fourth year in a row, man. We're trying to bring some consciousness and some awareness to my square ass town, because they can be square sometimes with this player-hating bullshit, you know what I'm talking about?
Don Magic Juan is the founder of the Players' Ball and the chairman of 3 million players worldwide. Known for his prize women, he brags his success is from trading his girls around for new ones, making sure they stay in line by beating them until unconscious, tattooing his name on their legs, or trunking them, an act of locking them in a trunk of a car for hours. The Players' Ball isn't just an out-of-control party, it's an award show. Awards are given out to pimps such as #1 International Pimp of the Year. Winners are based on jewelry, cars, the fur coats, chalices, canes, hats, their women's appearance, and most important, their annual income. The Players' Ball has taken place all over the country, such as Chicago, New York City, Miami, San Diego, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Houston, Detroit, St. Louis, Baltimore, Tuskegee, Hollywood, and Washington, D.C.
The D.C. metro area is one of the largest areas in the country for sex trafficking. Listed as one of the top 10 cities for sex trafficking, our nation's capital hides a $100 million a year child sex industry. On the same streets as the White House and the Supreme Court is a business that has an average age of just 13, but going as low as 5 years old. However, the problem of child sex trafficking extends far beyond the urban sprawl of Washington.
On 7 now, Northern Virginia is home to some of the largest and most violent street gangs in the country. And now these gangs like MS-13 are moving away from the drug trade and focusing on a new line of work.
They're targeting girls of all ages, selling them for sex and punishing them with violence if they try to escape. In a special I-Team investigation, Pamela Brown takes a look at this alarming trend.
I live in Fairfax, one of the richest counties, and
the problem has spread into the residential neighborhoods of Northern Virginia. In the past year alone, over 250 victims have been identified in the Northern Virginia area, along with over 70 suspects. According to Fairfax police, a large amount of child trafficking in the area is gang-related. Using coercion through money, love, and drugs, perpetrators force their victims to sell themselves on the streets. Another contributor to the sex trafficking in the area is the astounding lack of legislation in the state of Virginia. Shared Hope International, an international legislative watchdog group, gave Virginia a D rating for its human trafficking laws, claiming it was the last state to have almost no human trafficking law code.
Sex trafficking has been and will be becoming a serious problem to many individuals in the United States. However, we are not only putting effort to stop the crime, but also supporting it through celebrations such as Players Ball. It's time for us to take action and put a stop to it. Every hand and every help matters to prevent the crimes and help the survivors. Please contact and support the groups such as Polaris, Slavery No More, Not For Sale to take actions to stop now. You can also follow and share more information through hashtags and social networking such as hashtag Not For Sale, hashtag StopHT, hashtag Sex Work, and more. Thanks for watching our videos and your support.